Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another vlog with your girl Rachel Silas. So on today's vlog, we're going to be talking about types of men every lady must avoid. Alright, so if you're a new subscriber, you're highly welcome to the family. Please keep watching me, subscribe, check around, you'll see lots of videos I have. Please watch them. And to my old subscribers, you've been amazing. Thank you for all the support, the encouragement, and everything basically. So let's keep rolling as a family. So the number one type of a man to avoid is the lying man. Oh, oh, oh. So let me give a disclaimer first, all right? Nobody is perfect. We all know that. No one on earth is perfect, but there are some things that are highly bad. They can't be tolerated. That's why some people are in the mess or in the type of situation they are right now in their lives and in their relationships. Right, and then in relationship, you have to look out for yourself. You have to be responsible for yourself. If a relationship is not serving you properly, if it's not serving you appropriately, there's no need staying in that relationship. Don't get it twisted. All right, no one is perfect, yes, but there are things that are red flags. We can't deny the existence of red flags in relationships, and you should avoid men that possess these types of red flags for your sanity's sake, for your mental health sake, all right, for your well-being. You have to be responsible for yourself. You cannot take poison if you don't want to die. So being in an appropriate relationship or being in a toxic relationship is more like taking poison and expecting not to die. It's it's not possible, you know that. If you take poison with your own hands, with your eyes open, then you clearly want to die. So the number one type of a man to avoid in a relationship, to watch out for in a relationship, is the lying man. A lying man keeps giving you a long list of promises without living to fulfill all those promises. And you know, this type of men don't stop promising. They keep promising over and over and over again, but they don't fulfill them. They don't live to fulfill those expectations. It can be very frustrating and annoying. And everybody's case, everybody's situation in that relationship is peculiar to them. He might be lying in this aspect, your own might be lying in that aspect. If you are watching me and you are dealing with a lying man, all the people that are dealing with lying men, they have their peculiarity. Everyone has their different peculiarity. They have different situations at hand, but the similarity in it is the lies. The similarities in this is the lies. So a man who is a chronic liar, my sister, please avoid with all your strength, with all your might. Lying is not a good thing. Like lying is a sin. Let me just say this. According to the Bible and according to the Quran, lying is a sin. Not to talk of chronic liars. You know, he keeps lying and lying and lying, and he keeps trying to, cover up. In some cases, the man lies and he keeps trying to cover up so much, and trying to cover up a sin used to usually bring up another sin. So avoid a chronic liar. You might or you will be emotionally drained if you are dealing with a liar, if you are dealing with a chronic liar. So the second type of man to avoid is the ghoster man. The ghoster man ties you down to a spot, gives you a long list of expectations, raises your expectations high, and leaves you hanging, and you eventually end up falling hard to the ground. and getting hurt. And women in this situation, ladies in this type of situation, tend to want to chase the men to get their attention, to get assurance. A man who values you, no matter how busy he is, will always find time for his queen. He will always find time for his princess because he values you. He doesn't want to lose something. You know, there are men that are really, really busy. For good, they are really busy. But no matter how they are busy, they know that this is where my heart lies because it is my treasure. Wherever your treasure lies, there your heart lies. Alright? So a man who values you will always have time for you no matter what he is doing, no matter how busy his schedule are, he will always find time for you. Some of you are being ghosted for a week, 2 weeks, no contact. And worst of all, when you message a ghoster man, no replies, but he sees the message. Some of you are in this table. He sees the message, but then he doesn't reply. The excuse is, oh, I'm busy. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months. Some people even 6 months they are being ghosted, and the man comes back as though nothing happened, unapologetically. He comes back unremorseful. He comes back to claim what is his. Avoid this type of a man because you might end up being very hot. There are many cases of ghoster men that have left their girlfriends in a place, tied them, and then went about chasing other ladies, making new relationships. And the lady ends up getting the shock of her life. Either she sees a wedding invitation or she finds out that this person is dating this person. And the most painful thing about this thing is when a lady in that situation is being faithful, is very, very faithful to that man. So any relationship that is not meeting up to the standard of relationship, then there's question mark. There's really question mark. So watch out for yourself. Dear sister, you are very precious to your family, you are very precious to everyone, to God. So please watch out for yourself in that relationship. Love is not stupidity. Love is not blind. True love sees clearly. True love knows what it wants. And true love chases what it wants, whom it wants. In the jungle of relationship, men are the hunters and we ladies are the prey. In a positive light, actually, we are the prey, they are the hunters, or let's say they are the predators, we are the prey. You know, when when a rat starts chasing a lion, that's very weird. It's not normal at all. So a man has to set the pace for you to follow. All I mean is he has to show commitment for you to be committed because alas, it is the man that is going to ask you to marry him. In most cases, it is the men who ask the woman to marry them. You cannot just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm planning a wedding, I want to marry this. Like, it is a mutual agreement first, but then it is a decision mostly taken by men when they've seen the woman they love and they want to spend the rest of their lives with. So watch out for the ghoster man. Don't be deceived. When a man ghosts you, please maintain your integrity. Keep quiet. Either you when you check on him and you notice, you realize that you are being ghosted, then you ghost him too. Just keep your integrity to yourself. Don't lose your home training. Don't even get mad because most times you end up being the bad person even when you are on the right. So look out for yourself. Another type of a man to avoid is the man who makes silly and disrespectful comments about your physique, your body type, your height, your skin color, your nose, you know, a disrespectful man, avoid the disrespectful men. It is one thing to correct someone about their body respectfully, it is another thing to correct them disrespectfully. Some people just say it bluntly and they just say it. They can even say it in public and make jokes. I'm serious, there are cases like that. Things happen. Some men can make jokes of this, of a woman's body in the presence of their friends or her friends or his family or her family, and he laughs about it and thinks it's a joke. And this thing keeps occurring and reoccurring. It keeps reoccurring, alright? You can never please this type of man. We've seen cases of women that lost their lives trying to please this type of men. I believe a man that God has for you would love your full package. In fact, he would love everything he's seen in you. If there's anything he thinks you should work on, he would sit you down or he will call you and tell you about it with loving kindness and tenderness, with affection, that is in his heart. Unlike men, some men just, oh, you're too black, oh, you're too black, or you're too short. But they saw that before they came to you, right? A man who truly loves you and values you would never disrespect you or degrade the way God created you. He would never degrade your physique. He would only correct you. Let's say, for instance, you're overweight or you have a big tummy. Yes, he can try to correct you and help you to find ways to correct all of that to make sure you are fine. He would contribute to that, either by advice or even providing means in which you would be able to get the results that you both want. Avoid men that are disrespectful in any way. Avoid disrespectful men. Just give it a thought. Whatever I'm saying here, give it a thought before you take action. Some of you have had it up to here about concerning how your relationship, how your man treats you. Some of you have had it up to here concerning how your man treats you, how disrespectful or any negative quality is exhibiting. You've had it up to here. If it is something that can be managed, let it be managed, let it be talked about, let it be resolved. But if you find out that nothing can change this man, like the things are in his DNA, please pack your load and leave. Don't be in a toxic relationship. It is not worth it at all. Another type of a man, another kind of a man to avoid is a man who belittles you. To this man, to a man who belittles, nothing the woman says matters. He is disrespectful. He likes to belittle you all the time as if your opinion doesn't matter. Your opinion will not matter even if you marry him. He might belittle you in front of your kids. Talk about it. If he really values you, he will change. But if he doesn't value you, I think you should have a rethink about this. Yes, you should have a rethink about this and see if this is a battle you cannot handle. You take it to God in prayer. Most of all, above all, take everything to God in prayer, because we choose to date who we date, but God decides who we marry. Except you become stubborn, and you know the result of stubbornness with God. you end up receiving suffering, long suffering. So, above everything in a relationship, take it to God in prayer. If He is the one for you, everything will be made perfect. But if He is not, you would see the signs already. And some of you are really receiving the sign. And seeing this message is a confirmation to you. So before you step out, please pray about it first before you step out. Think about it and be respectful as you step out. I know our expected I know sometimes our emotions can get in the way. Try and be respectful as much as possible while stepping out. So another kind of a man to avoid is the narcissist. A narcissist is a nag. A narcissist doesn't agree that he's ever wrong. In every situation, he's always right. Only his opinion matters. Your own doesn't matter. He's always right in everything and he's always perfect in everything. If you end up with this type of kind of a man, you would really, really be drained mentally. I've had someone who came to ask me out. This guy is soaked inside narcissism. Like he's soaked into the anointing of narcissism. This guy is literally this guy is literally the narcissist. The word narcissist itself. Like nothing. He is never wrong in any way. He lies. Oh jeez, he's a chronic liar. And I said to myself, if at this stage of the relationship where we are just seeing where it goes, I was just I was just there looking at how things go. I didn't really accept the relationship, but I was giving him green lights, giving him kind of, let's say, not yet, not green light, probably yellow light. Yellow light, get ready, kind of a thing. It's neither red nor green, it's yellow light. It's in between. I was giving him that vibe, so in case things turn out positively. But when I saw the traits, geez, this person is he lies about every single thing. This guy lies about every single thing, and he is so unkept. He looks fine, but seeing his house, seeing his home, oh Lord, thank God I decided to go and see where he lives, so that so that I know that, oh, okay, this person is real. Went to kind of check the house, know his location where he lives and all of that. Entering the kitchen, hey Lord, there was this beans in the kitchen. I didn't know how many years that beans has been in that kitchen, but it was already gray in color. It was gray, totally gray. Everywhere was smelling. His shoes were smelling like rotten egg. Everywhere was smelling from the parlor. The smell of the shoe was entering the parlor. I said, from that moment, I said no. In my head, I said no. This guy tried all he could. He tried adjusting, but he is just what he is. It's hard for this. He can't change. It's just part of him. I ran, brethren. I ran for my life. I cannot fight a battle that is beyond me. That battle was clearly beyond me. I can't. I love neat men. I love a man that is neat. I have problem with uncleanliness. Right. Another kind of a man to avoid is a man who lacks support, who always discourages whatever idea you have. No idea you bring that is good. It's always full of risk. There's no positivity in it. Always discourages your dream. He doesn't see light. He doesn't see potentials in you. All the time, he feels like you're going to fail. It discourages your dreams, you know. A man who discourages your dream will kill your dream tomorrow in marriage. So please be very, very wise in choosing whom you want to spend the rest of your life with, or whom you want to be in a relationship with. Another type of man to avoid is the indecisive man. Alright, so let me give you a scenario concerning this type of men. Let's say a man who has a girlfriend and his bestie friend, a female friend, and his own main girlfriend, you know, his own lover girl. His girlfriend is seeing red flags from the female friend, and she is trying to give him warnings, but he doesn't hit the warning, or he is very indecisive. He doesn't want to hurt her. He doesn't want to hurt the female friend, but he ends up hurting the girlfriend, which is very, very, very unfair. This type of men end up being in a very big, they end up falling into a very big kind of temptation, very big one, and they can't decide either to keep you or to keep the other person. They can't even decide when it comes to any very, very important decision they have to take concerning both of you. They are always indecisive. It situation is peculiar to you. It's peculiar to every lady that is going through this, that has an indecisive man in her life. You know what I mean? I can't really pinpoint all the attributes or the scenarios, you know, of an indecisive man, but I try to give you a scenario. All right, so please talk to this man, because I know an indecisive man to an extent will listen. There's high chance for change. There's room for change in this man most of the time. They change, but when it's getting out of hand and the man can't decide between what he needs versus what he wants, then step back, let him figure it out. If he's serious, he would look for you. He will chase you back and make a very, very strong decisions concerning you. Another type of man to avoid is the hot tempered and abusive man. If you're in a relationship and you think that something divine will happen to him, just all of a sudden when you marry him, he will change. Well done. I didn't know you have the power to change people. I'm being serious. This is tough love, man. This is tough love I'm giving you right now. I'm just telling you the bitter truth. And if I find a friend in such situation, I will kabash and pray and drag her out of that relationship. So don't stay with an abusive partner. You know, there are people that are not physically abusive, but they are verbally abusive. They will make you, they can make a lady feel worthless. There are men like that. They can make a lady feel worthless, belittle, disrespect you anyhow. If you're in that situation right now and I'm talking to you, please listen, pray, and take a step back. If you can't do it, if it is a matter of concern to you, but because to me it's a matter of concern, if it's a matter of concern to you, please pray and take a step back. A man who values you, no matter what happens, no matter his trait, if he loves you, he will change for you, because you are such a precious gold. You are so precious that he doesn't want to lose you. Another kind of a man to avoid is the greedy and the stingy man. The man who is stingy and greedy combined together. Avoid this type of man. I'm not saying you should go about asking men for money, but a reasonable man knows that his lady has needs. He knows to spice up the relationship by giving, through giving, and giving can be both ways, but naturally, a man is the provider. When he's too bent on it is my money, like he feels like it's a crime to give you money or to gift you things once in a while, then please check well. You don't want to end up paying the school fees of your children because this man feels like It is money, he's too attached to it. Your situation is peculiar to you, like I always say. So please enter that relationship with one eye closed and the other one in prayer. So please, as you're in that relationship, let one of your eyes be closed in prayer and another one open in watching, just like Mommy Funke Adejumo used to say. Okay. Mm. Um, Another type of a man to avoid is the envious man. I've seen a situation whereby a man divorced his wife because he was envious of the things she had and he wanted to take them. It's been back and forth for years and he finally got divorced. These people were actually some close family friends then, you know. My dad tried all he could to salvage the situation, but it had gone out of hand. The man had made his decision. The woman was bent on holding onto her things, and her reasons were actually justified. The man had three wives, and all of them had their own, but he was bent on collecting their own simply because she had an extra job. She had a federal job, and he had a federal job too. And then both of them have had side hustles, and the other women wives had side hustles. They had only side hustles. They didn't have the federal work, and she is the first wife. She was the first wife, I mean to say. So this one was really envious of her, and that ended their marriage. Like it was not. It's not a young. It was not a young marriage. It was a very old marriage. He divorced her in their old age. Yes, he divorced her in their old age, and that was when she was trying to push some of her children, the younger ones, into school, especially the ladies. Not because normally, in the north, they always push the men, the guys. I'm not saying that north is, it's about no. They are I'm not saying that it's everyone that does this in the north, but most of the people think that educating a lady in the north is not really important. So it is likely the man, yes, there were high chances that the man was going to sponsor the boys in school. So she was trying hard to secure the future of the girls by making sure they went to school. Although he was supportive of the girls too, but the woman has to take a huge part in sharing the bills, especially when it came to the ladies. So avoid envious men. An envious man can be insecure that you will prosper more than him financially. Some of them I kind of understand that they don't want this, but when you know your partner, they don't want. Some of them I kind of understand that they don't want their wife to ride over them, but you know who you got married to, and it would be unfair if she went through all this trouble to acquire a source of livelihood and you deny her that privilege. And so men can go to the extent of deciding what she gets to spend because they will seize her finance every month when it comes, decide on what she has to spend or send to her family members and how much. That's very, very unfair. I find it very, very unfair. So when you find these kinds of traits in a man, you have to open your eyes and look very well and ask questions too. Conversations can open up things that you don't want in a man, like things you can't live up with. Try to always communicate. Communication is very, very key. It can save you from a lot of disaster. All right. Another type of a man to avoid is the lustful man. He has no self control over his libido, over things that are flying up and down his eyes. I don't need to go so far concerning this. If you know you can't put up with this, avoid them now. Lustful men, if you know you can't put up with a man who womanizes, avoid them now, because we are tired of hearing cases of somebody killing somebody because they caught them cheating. Mm-mm. Avoid it now.